I think every culture has their own version of Johnny cake or journey cake. For Belizeans, this breakfast cake or bread is usually made with flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, butter, and the secret ingredient coconut milk. Welcome to the Bear Pantry Show. My name is Barbara. Let's make some hot Johnny cakes. Okay, so let me add the sugar to the flour and then next the baking powder. Now I'm using a salted butter, so I'm not going to add salt, but if your butter is not salted, go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt, all right? And the butter is softened to room temperature, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut it into the dry ingredients first before I start adding the coconut milk. Now the coconut milk is the thing that's going to make this so rich and delicious. Let me go ahead and get this worked in. I can feel some dry spots, of course, so I'm going to need to add a little bit more. And even though I have it measured out precisely for what I need, I always add the liquid a little bit at a time because I don't want to overwet the dough. Because if I do that, then I'm going to have to go ahead and add more flour, and then it's going to make for a tougher biscuit or cake, all right? So it's coming along nicely. It's feeling less dry. Let me go ahead and put it on the countertop. And then all I have to do is knead so I can gather all the loose flour and stuff that's here. Let me get this worked in. Then pretty soon I'm going to go get my hands cleaned off because I find that I can knead better when all that dough is off my hands. So I'm just gathering all the stuff off of the counter here. Now this is going to give us 8 Johnny cakes. And I'm not going to weigh them to get them all even, Steven. I'm just going to eyeball them. And I'm going to show you how I cut them to try to get it evenly as I can. So I make it into a long log. Then I cut it straight in half. And then I just do this. There, 8 pieces. Now some of them are smaller than some of the other piece, but you can steal from another piece of the dough, right, if you want to. But I don't usually do that. I usually make some small, some large. And some people will just get the smaller one. So now right now I'm just doing a dome right here. And then I move all this to the bottom and pinch it. Pinch the bottom. Roll it on the counter. Sometimes I can roll it between my hands, but right now I'm rolling it on the counter and then I just kind of flatten it out. Now I remember back in the olden days they used to cook Johnny cake on the fire hard. But now we cook Johnny cake in the oven. We make it all easy, right? Make a dome again. I'm just showing you how I form that ball. Pinch it. I don't ever want to assume that everyone knows exactly how to roll these type of balls. You know what I mean? I want you guys to enjoy working with dough because I want you guys to know that it's easy. I'm rolling another one here. And I have to do this for all 8 of them, all right? Squish it down. And then grab another one. My baking sheet is greased and I have my 8 cakes. Put one on the top, one on the bottom. Just do the top and the bottom first and then you can fill in the gap. That way you don't have to reseat each cake when you're done. My family would normally do this to the Johnny cakes, just poke it with a fork. But Joe's family, they use a knife, a butter knife, and they just kind of like do that. Just whatever design you like, all right? I don't know if the designs matter. Does it do something in the baking? I'm not sure. Now, if you're Belizean and your grandma did not do your Johnny cake like this, it doesn't matter. Do it the way your grandma did it. I'm not for everybody, all right? What do you guys think? I'm not for everybody. I'm just for the main population. I like sugar in my breads because if it doesn't have sugar, I don't eat it. So now we just have to wait for the oven to come up to temp. It's at 280. We're going to stick this in and they're going to bake, I don't know, I think about 40 minutes. I'll time it and tell you guys, all right? So I'll be back when it's time to put them in the oven. Now into the oven they go. And I'm going to set the timer for 40 minutes. Now there's a trick you can do if you want it a little bit more brown. You can turn it to broil and do 1 minute on broil. But I don't want to do that today. Let's get it out. They're still hot. So you could take them off with a spatula if you wanted to, like an egg spatula. crunchy. Let me smell it. Let me smell it for you guys. I can smell all that coconut milk. Ooh, let me tell you. Take a look at the Johnnycakes. There's 8 of them. You guys, I know that Johnny cake is in a lot of different cultures, not just in Central America or the Caribbean, but even here in America. And I've been told by my mom that the proper name for this is journey, like when you travel, journey cake, because back in the day people would make it because they could go for a long time without going bad, right? So my mom also said that when the British was owning Belize, we didn't know what those Englishmen were saying, and when they were saying journey cake, we thought they were saying Johnny cake, all right? At least that's the story I've been told. So I have to cut it while it's hot, but while I'm cutting one open, I want you guys to remember to go check out the video that I uploaded before this one on the fried fish, because this is an authentic Belizean breakfast today. Fried fish and Johnny cake, right? So let me put some butter. And remember, you don't have to put that much sugar in yours if you don't want to. I put that much sugar because that's how I like it. I didn't used to like Johnny cake when I was a kid growing up, because the people who made it didn't used to put sugar until my Aunt Tiny started to put some sugar, and she's like, girl, put some sugar. You won't like it like that. So that's that one. See, you could cut it open. So it's not like a biscuit like you get here in America where it has those layers that pulls apart. No, it's more crunchy because of the coconut milk and stuff. So, but tomorrow it'll be soft. Today it's gonna be crunchy, all right? So let me go ahead and eat my breakfast, guys. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, share, and of course, I look forward to your comments. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching the Bear Pantry Show. Be sure to follow my page and check out my cookbook, Beans and Rice Volume 2 at bearpantryshow.com.